All right. I hope everyone is having a great morning. It's been a little while since I've done an actual trade recap, but I took a W on a super textbook setup, so I figured this would be a great one to go over with you guys. So let's jump right into it. So far this month, higher time frame wise, we've been in a pretty big range, and I trade continuations, so not really the best conditions for me. But what I've noticed as we've been in this range, we have been leaving behind an unearthly amount of sell side liquidity. We have a draw here, draws here, like a lot of draws lower that I would want to see get taken out. So I've been waiting for a bearish move because these are stacked lows, right? I don't expect us to come down and take one draw and then go to the upside. I expect if we're going to move down, we're going to take out most of, if not all of these draws. So yesterday we had FOMC, and I do not trade the morning of FOMC. I don't trade the New York session because 9 out of 10 times price is going to be slow. We're going to be ranging because it's waiting for that news to drop at 2 o'clock or 2:30. Like it makes logical sense. And rarely will I trade the actual news at 2 or 2:30 just because it's a little bit unpredictable sometimes. I just stay away from it. Now, what I noticed a little bit later in the day, I saw some of the guys in my Discord talking about Asia session, and I typically don't trade Asia, really don't even look at it. But if everyone's talking about it, I'm going to take a peek. And I noticed we were cutting through this bullish move pretty efficiently. Okay, both of the assets were moving lower, and so I was like, okay, like I'll take a look at it maybe a little bit later if we get closer to the draws. I opened the charts at like 9:45, 9:30 ish, and we were very, very, very bearish. The assets were correlated, everything was moving super efficiently, and so I wanted to look for an entry to take out one of these lows. And I noticed we had this super clear sell side draw right here, nothing really stopping us, price moving super bearish. I wanted to find a safe entry. So what I didn't do, I didn't just take an entry off of hopes and dreams and set my stop at a random point, my take profit. No, I still have entry criteria. Even if the market presents a bloodbath, I still need to see the things that make my strategy high probability and high win rate. And that is, I need to retrace into a condition. I need to see clear displacement out of that condition. I need to be targeting a strong draw and have a safe stop loss. So what do we see here? I marked out, this is a 5-minute fair value gap on NQ. So I wanted to see us retrace into that 5-minute and then displace out of it lower to go take this draw. What I noticed is ES, we were already tapped a little bit into that 5-minute. So you'll see here that on NQ, we never actually went up into that 5-minute gap. We never even tapped it. But this is some sauce right here. If the assets are correlated, if we have a strong draw, they're moving the exact same, very strong, efficient price action. If ES taps a gap and NQ doesn't, that's totally fine. I'm going to treat that trade as if NQ tapped the gap. Because if the assets are correlated, why would NQ go have to tap it if ES already did? It just doesn't make sense. A lot of you guys miss these trades because you want every little pinpoint thing to be perfect. Unfortunately, that's just most of the time not how the market delivers. It actually gave me a bit more confidence because NQ, it's too weak to even retrace up to the gap versus ES, which had to make the move up, tap the gap. And so if NQ won't even tap that gap, that means it's the weaker asset. And if I'm targeting a bearish draw, I want to be trading on the weaker asset. So ES comes up, taps that gap, NQ doesn't, and then we immediately started displacing down. You'll see here that I entered mid candle, and that's because we flushed really, really quickly. And if I would have waited for a candle close, the RR wouldn't have been as good. So with the higher time frame being extremely bearish at this point in time, I was willing to enter mid candle. So I took my entry right here, targeting this strong draw, and it took about a minute and 30 seconds to hit my full take profit. So we made $1,200 per account. I've got 5 accounts, so it's $6K. $6K in a minute and a half. I mean, you can't really beat that. But this setup was perfect. Retrace into a condition, clean heavy displacement out of it, safe stop loss, targeting a strong draw. Like everything about this was just beautiful. I don't care if it's London session. I don't care if it's Asia session, New York. If my setup presents itself and all the stars align, I'm going to take my setup every single time. So I think this setup was beautiful. If you weren't on Asia session, don't get FOMO. I'm rarely on Asia. I just some of the guys in my Discord were talking about it, so I decided to hop on. But overall, super happy with this trade. I don't really see any flaws in it, which is when you get that efficient delivery. But yeah, super clean. If you want to join my free Discord, it's always going to be in the description. I post my bias every single morning. I'll commentate throughout market open. I'll review your guys' trades. Just overall, great community to be a part of. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope this helps.